Welcome everybody to the Onward VR Master League Season 13, Week 2. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. I'll be your sole conductor in today's journey into the unknown. A exciting matchup that has quite an interesting divide among connoisseur votes on who is going to be the victor here. The Vindicators, a team new to this league this season, against SirenSnails, a team new to the league last season. Vindicators with a couple of players that do have experience playing in the league as of Season 12 on teams, several different teams throughout the course of Season 12 was Derpy and their current captain, who I believe to be, I had it here, Zeki. But I don't see Zeki in the roster here. Instead, we have a full lobby ready to go, and so I do want to jump into our bans for the afternoon so we can kind of get ready to dive into the action. Over on the Vindicators side, we have the Downfall ban, and over on SirenSnails, we have the Cargo ban. The first map of the day is Vindicators map choice, and it is going to be Bazaar, so likely to see some close quarters action here this afternoon, although it could very well change depending on what SirenSnails want to do. Obviously getting rid of Cargo, their second map pick, Downfall being banned, limiting the open range options, Abandon obviously on the table as well. And yes, we are getting the go-ahead for them to start. Round one should begin. And we hop in to the action. I get a shout out from the SirenSnails team. I heard that. Appreciate the thanks. But let's take a look at active rosters on both sides before this round really kicks off. Over on Vindicators, we have Mr. Hello, Speed, Derpy, Alex, Mason K, and 545. And over on SirenSnails, we have Downpour, OKM Blue, Allegory Corey, Kami Aaron, and E. Hansen. First objective is going to be the tank objective, and OKM Blue identifying a cross to the north side, which gives away that spawn location. We're going to go on board Downpour because he is full pressing over to the north side. They very well could have an angle onto several of these players if both Alex and Derpy aren't too careful. Downpour definitely working quickly off of the information relayed to them, and oh yeah, you can see Derpy does have eyes on Downpour, nearly goes down. Gonna force Downpour out of that corner spot and are going to back off. I wonder where their reposition will take them. But nice shots there from Derpy that do end up opening up the option for Alex to cross this street relatively uncontested. Obviously, you do have the main lane of Kami, who is holding down this long line, but we'll have to see what the choice is for Alex and Derpy if there's going to be smokes. We also have to keep an eye on the other side of things, as Hansen and Hello are very close. Y45 going to be taking that far south route. I mean, look at the overhead. We do see a limited bit of cover on objective, however. Mason does find... Oh, Mr. Hello actually catches one. 54. Shots from Kami do come down, and they do catch out the cross on this main street. Does give information away. Vindicators convey that Kami is inside here, and Mason and the squad have taken control of Mini Bazaar close to objective. C4 gets detonated. Mason stays alive.
Northeast courtyard.
Downpour is still threatening Derpy here, who is really tucked and trapped inside now. Tries to get a flash out onto Downpour. I don't think that catches Downpour blind. But either way, they do end up shifting off of their window, and Derpy pushes up to a bit of a different position. Going to try and catch Downpour peeking out, but they can't quite land the shots. Downpour ends up connecting, and it is all up to Kami and Hansen. Oh, excuse me. Mason and the trio here. Hansen almost has Mr. Hello here, and I wonder if Hello is even aware Hansen's here. Looks like Hansen took a shot, but it didn't connect, and so I wonder what information is being picked up there. I have to stay on a little bit of a split here, watching both Kami and Hansen, because where the pressure's coming by. Kami's actually going to push out, getting a little aggressive there. Mason almost flashed in preparation. Hello swings the tight corner and catches one. Mason goes down. Kami on the dark room, gets suppressed by Mason. Mason tries to fly, and good cross from Kami. Mason free-firing, ends up catching Kami on the retreat. Objective defenders go down. A nice pickup there from Downpour. Does keep things in order, and a nice double to save the day here and essentially keep his team in this. Now a 1v1. Mr. Hello Speed on the tight inside track, and Downpour is on the big rotation. Going to come down to Hello being patient and Downpour having to move because they know they're the last defender. A nice pickup there, and an exciting round that brings us down to a 1v1 off of an exciting double kill. That's certainly one way to kick off the action, and if that's what we're in for this afternoon, I think we're going to be pleasantly entertained between this duo, this matchup between Vindicators, SirenSnails. Good to see Vindicators taking a Marsoc round on their first matchup in, well, next, I guess their second game of regular season here. Pretty good aggression as well, you know, applying the pressure off of their kills and continuing to apply that pressure. Oftentimes, you'll see teams pick advantages and then not use them. They'll allow the defense to rotate and readjust and get comfortable again. And then they push back into that. You know, you see sometimes success in that kind of a style of aggression where you continue to apply the pressure off of successful kills. And overall, just a nice push up there from the Vindicators. Now they go on to the defense. We head on over into our next round.
Oh, so like your joystick. Not this.
I think I heard a shout out. I think I heard my name from the Vindicators as well. Let's see what their defensive setup looks like if they are going to catch a quick spawn. It doesn't look like anyone's going to identify this lane. So it does allow for SirenSnails to cross uncontested. It seems that the investment is in monitoring this cross here, where Downpour could potentially find some bullets their way from several different angles, 545 and Hello Speed. Meanwhile, from actually Hello's position, shots up to the center. Blue almost catches him out, but Hello stands and challenges. There's the refrag from Downpour. Still, though, are they aware of 545's position and angle onto these bags? They seem to be. Downpour scoops up another one. Big kills for Siren to open up their opportunity onto the objective. Trying to bounce back aggressively after their round one loss on defense. They'll maybe even be going for a cap as the smokes come out close to objective, but not quite close enough. But looking at the defenders between Alex, Mason, and Derpy, I do wonder what the plan is. Derpy seems to be going for the disciplined style here and really playing this patiently, trying to blend in. There's actually the C4 detonation. They're going to get a comp for him, and Mason pops up on their corner and scoops up Allegory. Another kill as the double comes in from Mason. Siren instantly get clipped in what was looking like a good setup. They had the advantage. Suddenly, Hansen is alone in a 1v3. And that is the unfortunate reality that is Onward. Always have to be on your toes. You're never comfortable in a lead, even if it is 1v5. Anything can happen. Obviously not the case here. So I guess in the favor of Hansen, 1v3, certainly doable. Especially with their approach and the way the defense is spread. I think there's a easy route, at least for maybe Mason to go down here in the windows. But for Alex to get scooped up by this flank. And then from there, Hansen has a lot of control. They really can force the rotations into big open spaces over to the tank, and could be very bad news for the defense of Vindicators. So we'll have to see. Hansen can string this one together. It's going to come down to picking up Alex and starting things off over there. Oh, and they almost spot him, but can't quite catch him. These footsteps should go noticed by Alex. And Alex is going to stay quiet and not give any call-outs, so I'll have to see if Hansen does actually clear out the inside here. Hansen may feel a little bit overconfident in the fact that there isn't anyone over on this side, and they're not careful. They won't fully check inside here, but they are checking. Oh no, they're gonna not check that one. The second room, they checked the first one, but not the second. Alex scoops it up with a patient defense. Vindicators are up 2-0 to kick things off on their map pick. But I don't think the connoisseur votes were in favor of the Vindicators. If I do go back and look. 14-18, SirenSnails still had the vote, so. Did we get a sub? I think we did. Subbed in here for the Vindicators. They had a drop, I believe. And I don't see this player on their roster, so I wonder if they've had to bring in a sub. Either that or it's a... misname of one of the players on their team, but a fifth has joined the Vindicators. Time to figure out the true details of who Jazz is. Maybe someone in chat can fill me in. Oh, I see Grim in chat. That's Zeki, captain of Vindicators. They certainly should be able to let me know if that's a sub or not. Into the action we go, though, for our next round, round number 3. A great start for Vindicators to kick things off, up 2-0. Our next objective, apologies for that, takes us over to the Kayat OBJ, and so an opportunity for Vindicators to seal the deal here as shots come in up through the center, trying to catch out that cross.
Northeast.
There's an opportunity for a cap, especially on the map like Kayat. We'll see what Vindicators are able to do on that effort as a kill starts things off nicely. 5-4-5 with the first one for Vindicators on offense. Good start on their Marsoc round. Jazz also picking one up. Downpour goes down over on that north side, and 2 good pickups. SirenSnails on their edge defending cases are dead. Kami now next up in line. Hansen also pretty close. Kami does find one, swings to catch Alex, can't quite tag Alex. Meanwhile, you have Mason putting shots out from the corner. Hansen danger close to challenging it if they want to. Oh, and Hansen actually does find the kill. Tucks into the tight corner. Alex can't quite find the angle if they overexpose themselves. Kami will find the kill. A great bit of teamwork there and coverage between Hansen and Kami to scoop up the kills they needed on this side. Shut down the Vindicators' aggression. Finally take an advantage here, 3-2, and very early at that. Have to see what Derpy and 5-4-5 can string together.
Actually, no, let's go to this courtyard.
This is actually the right approach side, considering they got rid of that north defender, really opens up this entry point for the Vindicators, but it also seems that Kami is going to stay over on the east, so it's essentially a 2v2 here. Unless Kami decides to rotate a little bit, Hansen's going to wait for the late angle on... Actually, they're going to wait for the entry. They're not even looking out through that gap. Allegory's watching on OBJ, and so what is the utility situation for Derpy and 545, and when will they deploy it becomes the question. Oh, and Hansen catches one.
Echo 1.
Shots coming in there from Allegory as well, out the 2-story, but ultimately not needed. Derpy staying disciplined and waiting. Finally, some utility does come out. It's a flash that goes a little short, and Allegory has the tight corner to find the kill. SirenSnails with 3 left alive do finally take a round, put themselves on the board, and not going to let Vindicators run away with this one. I think I'm going to find out the answer to my question hopefully now as we time travel back in time. We're on a 6-minute delay, so apologies for the late interaction to any answers to my questions, but that is the reality of it. Want to make sure that we always maintain that competitive integrity, so we have the delay as long as we're around, but no advantage can be gained. Anyway, Kayat proving to be not so challenging for Siren. An interesting reversal there as they lose on the tank OBJ, which I have seen certainly go to the way of Marsak, but Kayat historically is a very hard objective to defend, and Siren did very well there. Holding down the mini bazaar was clutch with Hansen assisting Kami over the top. If that duo there didn't manage to get rid of everybody in this mini bazaar, it would have been very bad news, obviously, but a really nice job defending that space. And I think that's really what won them the round in the end. Obviously got them the advantage, but now we see what Vindicators do with a little bit of adversity thrown at them. Losing a round and having to go back on defense onto Kayat. Definitely a tough 1-2 to handle. An opportunity for SirenSnails to put up a cap here. We'll have to see. That is going to be in the cards or not. Check out SirenSnails and their strategy looks like as they roll out into round number 4 of map 1. The aggressive push up into Mini Bazaar, left side here of objective. Smoke's coming out up through the center, seemingly as distraction, but also likely to deny vision from that east side as they approach from the west, trying to get rid of the ability for Jazz to properly cover this cross. They still do have, though, a couple of defenders on this side. They have Alex here, who's catching Downpour, trying to catch a cheeky shot through the side of the stairs. Kami is applying quick pressure off the backside, though, and actually Alex misses Kami rotating past. Kami does catch 545, as 545 not ready for Kami to just come swinging through. Tablets out, Mason's there to defend. Shuts down the attempted cap. SirenSnails looking to capitalize off the chaos and go up 3-2. They get shut down by some disciplined defense, and Mason goes down on that disciplined defense. Blue here has the coverage of the concrete, but Alex has the option to pop up and over and have Blue dead to rights. They have to pop out of cover, though, and I don't think they want to do that. And now Blue has rotated to full cover here against this trio as they wait for their teammate, E. Hansen, on the backside. Port coming in here with a couple of smokes. Nice denial there of Jazz trying to rotate around. Vindicators losing their point defense, trying to counter the aggression, but Blue was really patiently waiting for that rotation. And now with that clear, Blue and Hansen are comfortable enough to push forward. A A trade up through the center leaves it into a 1v1. That's an advantage for Hansen on a map like this. It's really a forced bit of rotating here for Derpy, and all Hansen has to do is watch and wait for the rotation. Catch Derpy out in front of the objective, and down they go. SirenSnails scoop up a Marsoc round on a 1v1. Hansen clutching it for the team. We are tied up 2-2. Yeah, bizarre so far, an exciting match. A good map to tune into here this afternoon between two teams very much learning their own strategy, their own styles, you know, still figuring out themselves as teams. Although SirenSnails, the website is right, they ended in Diamond last season. I don't know if that's... I don't know if the markings are accurate. The stars are accurate right now. At the start of a season, I think they go kind of wonky, but... regardless, Vindicators really doing well to start off strong, but now SirenSnails maybe getting a little bit loose to the point. And, you know, they have a full season of experience under their belt in comparison to that of the Vindicators. So we may see that now that they've sort of been warmed up a little bit, that SirenSnails continue to put points on the board. We, of course, now swap objectives, though, and so it's an opportunity for Vindicators, again, to cap and end the map. But again, for SirenSnails here, they go on the defense, so if they just play a patient defense, they can take 3 rounds in a row here, really get momentum into their favor. We'll see what happens as we get into round number 5 on map 1. Hansen taking up an audio corner here. Kami taking a very deep position through the window, and they're going to find Mason down. A big pickup for Siren to start things off. Blue, meanwhile, getting aggressive off of that early pickup, taking control of Kayat as 545 and Derpy are paused a bit in their movement here, and Blue is waiting for this peek on through the crack here at the stairs. Derpy almost exposes themselves, and Blue just barely missing those shots. Fortunately, no one is harmed for the Vindicators, or maybe unfortunately. But right now, Derpy and 545 very much ahead of the other duo on the other side of the map. We'll have to keep ourselves split here as Jazz advances up towards Downpour. Downpour flies onto the corner. Down goes one. Alex is still here, though, and I wonder if they're going to be utilizing any utility to clear Downpour out in the corner. Downpour actually the one throwing the utility out. The flash comes up and over. They're going to drop back off of that, get out of that tucked-in corner. Take a bit of deeper cover. Alex feels like they may very well be charged at this stage as flashes are coming in up overhead, but SirenSnails really have a lot of momentum right now. Especially with this nice 5-3 advantage. The trouble with an advantage like this, though, is your on-objective defense can become very weak. 545 has a chance here to cap. Oh, no. 545 is inside the second story right now. They just should not shoot their gun, and they can cap right now. They take one shot, and
Nice jiggle, dude. That shit scared me.
that's going to be alarm bells. Or should be to this defense.
Still upstairs, key up.
One is on VJ.
Such a risky place to have an attacker.
2 enemies alive.
Shots coming in there from Kami, just trying to go through the window. I don't know if that works.
Out of ammo.
Interesting. Bait there, and Blue does finally find the kill onto 545 inside.
I believe.
Information for Derpy to work with. And now no, there's two.
Under.
Tommy up top doesn't go down as Derpy does finally connect there. Iron sights do prevail. Blue's going to come flying on the tight corner. Derpy stays there, catches another. A huge double kill as SirenSnails now have no on-objective defenders. Everybody has to crash back here if they want to properly defend. The question is, do Alex and Derpy know this? Instead, they're pushing into this defense. Oh, excuse me, I had the wrong objective. We're not on Coyote anymore. I thought we were, apologies for the hype there. Derpy and Alex do have to push into this trio. Yeah, they have at least two on objective still. Downpour is still far away, though, and his smokes are coming out. Allegory misses one. Derpy can't find the trade. Alex on the backside does get that kill onto Hansen, actually, and pushes out towards objective. Inside the smoke, the tablet comes out. And Downpour, blind firing through the smoke, finds the kill. I don't think they would have been able to cap from as far away as they were. They had maybe a slightly different place smoke that could have been the round. But as they push into that bizarre area, they cannot secure the objective, and Derpy with a nice couple of kills there just can't quite finish that push, and SirenSnails take the lead. 3 unanswered points here now. You know, and I do wonder, since they lost speed, you know, Jazz has been playing fine. 1 and 3 is more than you can ask for from a sub. You know, the fact that they are finding kills and rotating with your team is a net positive for a sub, but maybe just losing that one of their 5 impacted their overall morale. I'm not sure, but they really do need to bounce back here with a solid defensive hold. You know, an objective like this, we're off of Coyote. Apologies for getting that objective wrong again. We're off the Coyote objective and over into that mini bazaar on the east side. And this is definitely a defendable objective. I have seen it cap, but it really takes a coordinated and nicely placed smoke effort. So I don't know if that's in the cards from SirenSnails. Very well could be, but I don't even know if they're going to be going for the cap with how they currently have a 3-2 lead. But either way, Vindicators now have to defend, and their map pick, they're certainly going to want to secure this one. Otherwise, SirenSnails take this map and move into their map choice for map number 2. It's really kind of a 1-2 punch for the momentum of Vindicators, and really a turbo boost for SirenSnails. They'll really go into their next map feeling good, but not there yet. They still have this round to secure if they want to take the map. Already able to advance up to Coyote, relatively uncontested. Smokes, M203 smoke does come out. It's going to deny vision from Derpy. Pretty good smoke. One of the good use cases for the M203, you can really pinpoint your smoke placement. Even more smokes coming in here. Jazz going to deny Kami movement along the north side, but we're going to stay on board the front as smokes continue to pile in. Mason, now blind, has to reach in and try and remove one of the smoke grenades that landed near them. Do get a hand on it, but they don't exactly redirect it into a favorable position. It actually stays in front of them. And now they have to go hunting again, and while they're hunting, Downpour's also hunting. Catches one. More grenades and utility come out. And SirenSnails getting ready to push in on this objective. Mason goes down with good over the top coverage from Blue. Jazz comes crashing back to defend, and Derpy is here inside, trying to harass and prevent this duo from pushing into the objective. There's a nice crouch shot. Downpour finds the final kill in the north. SirenSnails, yeah, they've awoken. The 2-round loss to start things off did not sit well with them, and 4 unanswered points in a row to net them the map W, and now they go into their map pick for map 2. You could tell that close quarters was not what was on the menu for the Snails, and no surprise then that their map pick takes us to a long-range facility like Snow Peak. Now, of course, Snow Peak has the option of close quarters OBJs, as there is 2 or 3 considered, depending on what you consider close quarters, objectives here that can be pretty tight. 3 out of the 5, I think. So, you know, I don't even know that Snow Peak is necessarily a long-range map, but it is a big map, and it does have some long-range objectives. But actually, now that I think about it, I feel that there's more close quarters OBJs than there is long-range ones on this map. So, I don't know, an interesting thought, but nonetheless, get ready to go in to map number 2. Vindicators start off on defense. SirenSnails on the attack, as it is their map pick. And taking a look at the active rosters before the round begins. Do not see any subs on either side. Obviously, outside of the sub of Jazz, who did have to come in and fill that roster for the Vindicators. See how they do on Snow Peak here in our second map, but the series on the line, so to speak. If SirenSnails can come out on top here, they are going to be going up in rank in the regular season. Week 2, obviously, wins I feel are more impactful early in the season, as it's an opportunity to climb the ladder pretty quick. If you secure a series of wins, you can get an opportunity to go up against a team that may be higher in rank than any team you ever faced, and that's a chance to grow as a team and climb that ladder, get yourself into a place where you're regularly facing teams that you don't normally face. And SirenSnails obviously looking to kick off season 2 or season 13, their second season in the league. A good start. We'll have to see how that looks. And if map 2 is going to go the way of SirenSnails, Vindicators have not found a point. 4 unanswered points since they've scored here, and almost off to a bad start as Alex catches a hailfire of bullets. It will go prone and avoid the remaining onslaught, but is well suppressed, and SirenSnails should be able to rotate up here through the south side, uncontested for the most part.
One on the right side of
Trying to hit the defense from both sides. Allegory putting rounds across the lake. A little bit of seemingly blind fire from Jazz in that direction. Blue and Derpy trade. Hansen catches the shots out. I don't know where Hansen shot them from. But while they did, I think Derpy shot Hansen, so I don't know. I'll have to find. Oh yeah, they shot them. I think this is Hansen here.
They're pretty good calls.
Yeah, there's that line there. Anyway, the advantage into the SirenSnails' hands with 1 down, able to call out information on the push. Derpy there is resable, but I don't think the trio is going to be able to rotate around and get the res. Dead Kami and Downpour are going to continue to apply the pressure here from the south. They need their north pincer elements to push in here. Hansen. Oh no, Hansen's alive still. I don't know where they shot them from. We have to turn on the lasers. That's why we didn't see it. Apologies for that. Alex does actually get 1 here, though. Maybe a bounce back for the Vindicators, evening the odds 3-3.
-1.
They still have the big push left, so to speak, as long as the Vindicators stay patient on defense.
Yep, Alex right in front of you. Right side.
Derpy calling out positions, and Hansen finally going to silence that radio beacon. And as that happens, Alex and Downpour trade on the corner. Alex applying the pressure. Downpour is down and resable. Mason may be able to get the res, but with 545 down, they have no defenders on objective, and Mason does get picked up by Hansen on objective side. SirenSnails, 5 unanswered points now. We'll stay here between this round as we take a gander at the KDs. Connoisseur votes, though, seemingly trending into the right direction here as they were in favor of SirenSnails. Update the overall score as well to give SirenSnails that 5th point of the day. See a couple of folks in chat as well as we wait for this next round to kick off. I appreciate everyone that has been stopping by and hanging out. I really also do appreciate all of these subs that we've been seeing and the new follows. Wow, we had quite a few subs come in earlier this afternoon in the game with Jamie. But if you do have the ability to follow the channel and you are new, please do hit that follow button. If you do have Twitch Prime available or have the ability to subscribe to the channel, we do encourage that, as that support ends up coming back to the casting team. And it is much appreciated, as our time does get eaten up by casts throughout the course of a week. I can tell you that. I usually limit myself to 3 to 5 casts a week. That can end up being 10 to 12 hours. Anyway, 10 to 12 hours of pure fun as the action unfolds here. Utility comes flying in. No kills have been confirmed, but flashes are abound. Blue has another one as Mason is completely suppressed and blind. 545 doesn't catch Blue out in time. And a nice double for Blue to start things off here. And I was on the small screen, but we still saw at least some of the action. Derpy does eventually get Blue and finds that full confirm. Downpour on the other side. Can't quite catch Derpy rotating in from the south. Vindicators do even the odds 3-3. Derpy here is really trapped. But this duo of Alex and Jazz could work up here and be a potential threat. If they find Downpour, it's going to come down to the duo now, and push their way through Allegory. There is a path to the objective for the duo, so we'll have to see what Downpour does here. It's kind of an interesting defensive position. I don't think I've seen too many folks take up a line here inside this building, inside in the defilade. But it also doesn't look like Alex and Jazz are feeling too inclined to push up through the center. They're instead shifting themselves over to the southwest. Actually, maybe, or maybe could be a long rotate. Yeah, they could be going all the way around the lake here.
Just go and sprint around. Yep. Yeah, I got you. Good work.
No, it does look like a south rotation. I was thinking for a second they may go up. I don't know why they go so far all the way back to go into the
I think we got it.
east indoors, but they didn't, and now they're pushing into the south. I was thinking maybe they'd rotate north, get around on the north side of the lake, and try and push from there. This seems to me to be the right option. Essentially moving into a 1v2, albeit there's an angle here from Downpour if they're taking it. And a very quiet hush on the battlefield here. Alex is going to stay low enough to actually avoid Hansen's line. And there are some shots coming over the shoulder to Jazz, but Alex has made it past Hansen's line, and we now may see rotations. Downpour. Ooh, it is actually has Jazz very attentively looking inside there, waiting to see if Downpour's going to peek, and Downpour does pop out. Jazz, all they have to do is dump rounds inside that building, and they can catch Downpour, but Jazz is going to back off. A flash comes in. Downpour rotates out. And that rotation ends up getting them to some semblance of safety. For how long is the question, as Alex is here and waiting, and they're going to catch Downpour. Allegory is also here, and here's the shots, but doesn't quite have the angle. Alex is going to stay tucked in, and Allegory still doesn't take the shots. They know right where Alex is, but they are playing it very patiently. Alex unlikely to check the deep corner there, and Allegory is going to have that easy kill. Out in the open and uncovered. Jazz may be able to catch Allegory on a rotation. Almost gets caught, does get caught by Hansen through a very tight angle. Hansen been finding a couple of key kills here this afternoon to get SirenSnails the points they need. 5-0, a matter of fact, right now on Snow Peak. Six unanswered points now. And as soon as the Vindicators lost that first point, they just weren't able to replicate the success that they found. And I don't know if an objective switch is what they need, but it's what we get. And maybe this, I don't know. It's a dangerous objective to be shifting to. Though I haven't seen this one capped. I do see it won in kills, but I rarely see this end in a cap on this objective in particular. But it's a tough one to defend. 5 entry points into the objective, and it really does take a good spread to be able to effectively defend from an onslaught here on this objective. But good spread and good coordination, two things that an experienced team would have, but a brand new team may not. We'll have to see what Vindicators do here. They go into their defensive round for map number 2, round 3. If you are just tuning in, so far we've had a great back and forth. Very close rounds in Bazaar, but since then, Vindicators haven't been able to find the success they need to get a point on the board, and maybe now, on this defensive round, they will be able to shut down SirenSnails.
Comp lobby round.
Well, let's crush them. It's because you're doing so well. Keep it up.
No pressure. Jeez. There's probably gonna be one bunker.
And a very cautious offensive push up here. You certainly can get aggression through the woods here at the bunker that they're advancing to, but it is uncommon to see. Pretty risky to be so far away from an objective like this, where you oftentimes do need to crash back. On objective, though, we do see, I like this, an interesting position here from 545 up over the top of the Jeep. Out in the open in theory, but oh, we gotta zip over to Jazz here as Downpour catches one. Blue's gonna scoop up Jazz on the back, and just like that, the on-objective defense crumbles down to just 3 for Vindicators. Blue's gonna continue their movements around on that flank. They do go down in a trade to Mason. On objective, though, as 545 takes shots out, they do finally catch Downpour trying to push up through smoke. It's a 3v2. Derpy could potentially pop up here. But Hansen's going to stay in that smallest. It's a 2v4, excuse me. That res does come in. I didn't know blue was resable. Blue does rotate around, though. It does catch 545. Derpy is able to get one. Plenty more to approach, though, and the smokes are coming out. Tommy seems to have an idea of where Derpy could be, but the trio is not going to apply pressure on the tight corners. Oh, they're going to go for what they know, and the M203 ends up connecting. Although I'm not sure it was that killed them. Either way, they go down, and SirenSnails 3-0 on their map pick here on Snow Peak. Just a powerful bit of momentum here for the SirenSnails squad, and Vindicators just haven't been able to piece it back together ever since that drop. Again, I just think their momentum shifted. Maybe their focus shifted. And they've still been finding kills, which is what's making these rounds actually so close. You know, 5 and 3 from Derpy, 3 and 3 from Alex. You know, they are connecting, but it isn't enough on a team-wide status of kills to get them their round wins, and so you know, the struggle for the Vindicators, and again the momentum and energy just on a completely different pace and level for SirenSnails right now than that of the Vindicators. Obviously, really playing confidently now, you know, and when you can play confident like this, it can become, you can be a serious threat on both the cap end of things, but I mean, really, that it just opens up you to be, it opens up the team to be free. Even on defense now, they can play aggressive if they want to, as they're up 3-0. They have a map under their belt already. They're looking at series point here coming up. And Vindicators do bring in Hello Speed. Whether they're having connection issues or not, we'll see if they've solved them. Hopefully they have, and they'll be able to stay in to this lobby as what could be the last line for Vindicators. The last round for Vindicators here. Well, not the last one. We obviously play the third map out, but must-win rounds from here on out. Alex getting aggressive, Hansen getting aggressive, but no one in the horseshoe yet. Mason and 545 may find themselves here, but I think they're taking the deeper route. Blue is going to swing wide and catch a double. Derpy and Alex go down to Blue's aggression. I saw in chat from Steve Jameston, this is Blue's best map, and they certainly have been playing good here on Snow Peak, 6 and 3. A very sudden shutdown here, and Vindicators find themselves backs against the wall.
There's gonna be one watching us. Go down that way.
Okay.
Anticipating defense somewhere down the ramp. And often a common defensive setup to have somewhere inside this parking garage, but not the case here. Hello Speed does connect. Welcome back into the lobby as they catch Hansen out. Will they get Blue as well? No, Blue maybe not ready for Hello Speed to be there, but doesn't catch that flank. Speed able to continue to hopefully reconnect with the back of their team, and the trio could really do some damage here. I do wonder what Speed does intend to do. Yeah, I think they're going to go around the long way to reconnect on the back with Mason and 545. Hopefully no team kills come in. Otherwise, maybe an opportunity to push from this side. Downpour still has eyes. Kami nearly takes down Mason. That smoke is not too bad. Hello, Speed. Maybe he hears something behind them. Maybe he heard Blue, but now they know Blue is there. They miss the shots as Blue comes flying out, and Blue continues to apply the pressure as they duck down behind the Jeep. They can't survive the barrage of shots from Hello Speed, shutting down that aggression. Meanwhile, Downpour gets up into that smoke and takes some shots. 545 can't connect on a Downpour. But Mason's still down in Resible, so if they can get the shots off on a deep Downpour, there is a chance. Oh no, over the shoulder of 545, they find another. There's the res, a quick kill. 545 finally able to rid themselves of Downpour. Now it's a 1v2, no ability to res anyone around them. 545 may be wondering how they lost one behind them.
This couldn't be any worse.
You can hear them say, this couldn't be any worse. 1v2 though, and they actually do have the opportunity to take this round. They have the high ground and a lot of options on peeking with a bunch of cover. 3/4 cover around the tank. Quite a lot of options to check. Question is, will they? Ooh, Kami's there, and they do get spotted. Allegory is able to find the kill. That's the final round of map number 2. A quick 4 rounds into the pocket of SirenSnails. Quick, but certainly contested when you look at the KD feed there. 5 and 4, 3 and 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 1 on the side of the Vindicators. Bazaar started good for Vindicators, but ended up going the way of SirenSnails. I wonder if the close quarters is the recipe for Vindicators and their success. We are soon to find out. We do head over to Subway. A much different dynamic than that of Snow Peak. But not that different. We still had some close quarters engagements there on Snow Peak, despite us not having one of, I guess we did get one of, but 1 out of 2 of the close quarters objective. And taking a look at chat, I do like the suggestion that the Vindicators maybe could have used a moment there to just pause, take a timeout. You know, it's one of the advantages of having several timeouts. You can use them tactically. You know, if you're seeing things go the wrong way, they could have timed out, had Hello Speed join, maybe get a little pep talk, get everyone back in sync, and then go into that final round. Maybe it could have turned out differently. They were so close, again, to taking that round, but couldn't. I think the second or third time they were into a 1v2 or a 1v1 situation on Snow Peak, so hard fought from the Vindicators, and good to see a team new to the league play as well as Vindicators are. Definitely bringing some good base game knowledge and skill, and also pretty good teamwork. I mean, to be able to defend from caps like they did and have the defensive patience that they do, it's a good indicator to me of a team that does really have potential to grow, and it's just a matter of playing more as a squad. So we'll have to see what Vindicators can do this season. We'll have to see what they can do on our 3rd and final map. It's their map pick. We'll see if we get that kind of aggression we saw net them that successful Marsoc W start of Bazaar, or are we going to see some early picks? Blue comes flying down onto the corner, but does not connect. Shots from the deep back behind the shoulder of Mason also do not connect, and Blue is able to play a patient game and find Mason for the first kill. 545 does find the rebuttal, though. They have to heal themselves, but It's a key kill, and Blue's been a key killer for SirenSnails. It also obviously opens up the opportunity for them to eventually push up this stairwell, which gets them pretty close to the objective. So I think Allegory likely has a C4 placed. I wonder if the C4... Oh, yeah, there it is. Wonder how late they're waiting to deploy it. And yeah, they heard 545, but they don't connect. They go to peek on a confirm of the C4, and 545 patiently waits on the corner to get the kill. And now they really have the opportunity here to put one on SirenSnails. Push up this stairwell and be pretty close to objective. With relatively few defenders with eyes on, Hansen is one of those few defenders. Downpour has a line if they so choose. Yeah, and they are choosing to cover the exit there. So that may well be the strategy. Give them the ground and then wait for them to push out into your line of fire. Patient defensive strategy for SirenSnails.
Grenade. Wait, no. Yes, smoke.
Trying to avoid using audio cues so they don't give away their plan of smoking up out of this doorway, which I think is what they're looking for here. Flash comes in. Other flash, and 545 is able to make their way out. Hello Speed nearly goes down. Kami almost had the shots from the stair.
I'm up here and just watch on this stairway. You want me to take this angle and you can move them?
But the whole team is here. Vindicators are intent on pushing out into this objective space. All eyes are on the eventual exit of the Vindicators. And with 2 minutes left, they are going to have to make their move soon enough. Tommy actually getting aggressive off of that flash. Catches 545 through the smoke. Just the down and is able to be rezzed. Hello Speed takes the risk of firing shots through the smoke. Another flash comes in. Downpour doesn't get too aggressive off of their flash, although it does successfully blind Alex. Both Alex and 545 can't see a thing either right now as they are tucked into that smoke. They have an opportunity, like Alex is doing, to work themselves out of here, but Alex misses the door. Meanwhile, Hello Speed making a long basement rotation that seems to be identified by Downpour. An unfortunate team kill as 545 is surprised by Alex still being up there, and they're now down to 3.
I fucking killed our team.
Unfortunate on that team kill, but I think this is a good move for Speed. Downpour here, finding one, and a quick pop-up for Speed does catch them. Hansen on objective, though. doesn't tag speed right away, and Vindicators finally get a point back on the board after 8 unanswered points. From SirenSnails, the Vindicators go to their map pick and net themselves 1. On a MARSOC round, no less, so certainly a good start for them to kick off their map pick here. Especially early in the season, every point really does matter. Rounds 1 and maps 1 can end up helping you if you've already lost a series. So in the case of these teams, there's an opportunity for Vindicators to go down less in rank if they play this and win map number 3. So it's the start they wanted, the start they need. Is it going to be the start that gets them a map W is the big question. As we go back into it for map number 3. Round number 2, SirenSnails on the attack this time, and we'll see if they're able to string together a cap attempt or not.
All right, boys and girls, we got this. 650-8968.
Quick reminder, if you are tuning in, we have a venue showcase match tomorrow afternoon. I believe boss fights, can't remember who, duking it out. So you're going to want to catch that action over on twitch.tv/VRMasterLeague and on Horizon Venues. I don't know if the app is actually even an app still. I heard it's not on the store. I don't know if that's true or not. I'd like some confirmation on the status of Venues, but you can catch us live on Venues at 12 p.m. PST tomorrow. Kill there to kick things off for Vindicators. Can they get another? They can. Mr. Hello Speed crouching down to catch that kill. Tommy also still there, and Hello tries to peek out to find that one, but can't. Flash comes in, and Hello continues to challenge on the corner. Tommy is going to drop off. We rotate back around to Downpour.
Someone coming up from completely underground.
See the bullets there just missing Alex as they were tucked into the soda machine. Ooh, 545 does catch Hansen out. They'll get that confirm down on them as well. And SirenSnails are down to 2. Vindicators looking to get themselves 2 points again. Another 2-point lead on their map pick. Certainly would be a great way for them to start things off. 2v5 scenario right now, so a tall order for SirenSnails.
There's like 1 or 2 in China.
Tommy thinking about challenging. Hello also pausing, waiting for the challenge. Both players trying to get close for that surprise kill, but Hello doesn't commit, and Kami's going to stay and hold as that smoke dissipates. And really just patience from Kami. Downpour waiting to see if they can get 545 here. A very small slice. They see the hand movement from 545. They probably see the gun barrel. And there's the peak. Finally enough body to shoot at. Downpour catches a kill. The first kill for SirenSnails. Ooh, Hello does finally catch Kami trying to push up and does come down to Downpour. Like Vindicators very well will advance up 2-0 here. But again, 1v4 is doable. in a game like Onward, so we'll have to see what Downpour can string together, especially with where these defenders are rotating around to. Low speed behind the Coke. A very quick reaction from Downpour. They drop their gun. The tablet comes out. They try to punch the code in for a quick 2. That would push them into the lead, but it's denied by Mason. Good eyes on, thankfully, and SirenSnails cannot bounce back just yet. Vindicators go up 2-0. Keep it here as I do a little bit of a stretch break. Ready to go for our next round. Then update the scoreboard here. Give you an idea of what we're dealing with overall. Current score line 4-8. Vindicators on the path to taking this map number 3, 4-0. Our next objective, the North Stairs OBJ, and so we'll have to see what Vindicators can string together here.
The one going down the steps.
Okay, well, there you go. Okay.
Watch out first. Keep running the wall. Okay, stay back. Let him go first.
Ooh, Blue catches Mason. Oh yeah, off of a nade up over the top or a C4. They get aggressive too on a long swing, and then Downpour takes the tight angle. Blue distracts in a great 1-2 punch. Make it a 1-2-3 as Hello Speed also went down on the backside. Shots from Downpour ending up connecting with them. Alex goes down in the smoke. Derpy suddenly is left to their own devices in a 1v5. Rotating back to potentially get some reses. Could turn it into a 3v5 if they don't find their confirms, but now they have, and yeah, no need on that rotation. All up to Derpy again alone in a 1v5. What a great start for SirenSnails, and they should have an accurate kill count here as well, so they'll know that there's only one left to attack them. All they have to do is post up and defend. SirenSnails doing a little bit of what they did on Bazaar and really putting together a strong third round after they lost 2. Aggressive here. They're gonna find Derpy on the stairs. Wasting no time to grab themselves that round, and now SirenSnails can put together a coordinated effort on the attack here. Very well could swing things 3-1 if Vindicators are not careful on the defense. This objective really punishes new teams often, in that the team will spread out on defense with a planned defense. They'll stay disciplined, but then not rotate back in time for the attacking squad to quickly cap. So, again, an opportunity here for SirenSnails to potentially take a lead if they can manage a Marsoc cap. Quick between rounds as well, so we'll have to see. Well, we won't have to wait and see
Void.
as we dive into our next round.
Downpour, come get your flash. Say I never loved you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I need to.
Don't use them sparingly. Blind the enemies from their eyes.
Ooh, Hansen
Yeah, 60.
quite synced up with the squad, but
I need to throw frag over first.
a trio working their way up through the north.
Oh god. Not good.
Ooh, Mason almost gets airburst. These nades were actually in the alleyway. Could have been devastating. Mason is fully blind, and this is a hard press from SirenSnails with a good dose of flashing. Derpy goes down to an M203 grenade. I didn't know that was allowed on Subway. There's a kill from Blue, and the tablet comes out. Alex trying to crash onto the corner, can't get there in time. SirenSnails take the W. I am wondering on that M203 grenade shot, though. Although I don't know if that's what killed him. It could have been also the bullets that were getting shot at him, so. Who knows? I could see it being a mistake. But regardless, a good solid round from SirenSnails. They execute on that cap play. But either way, they have the lead now, and where's our next objective? The basement, where SirenSnails can really hunker down and wait for the approach of the Vindicators. I wonder... Oh, interesting. Apologies for the no scene switching. Second. Sort out this tech issue. There we are. There's your overall score line, now properly updated. Show you the accurate scores.
Can I get a mag pack?
Back into the action we go, though, and Vindicators on the attack. We'll see what they can do.
Right here. You're not going with us?
I'm following you guys, yeah.
Again, they took the lead and then
Bro, what are they doing?
ended up losing it off of a very quick cap, so.
We go be the cum dumpster for the C4.
Let's go up,
We'll see if Mason ends up getting caught out by any C4 plays throughout here. Kami certainly has an advanced position, and I'm not initially seeing any C4 placements from them. They are set up, though, and waiting for this move from Mason to come down this long lane. Hello and Mason, though, are avoiding pushing in from the full basement, seemingly taking control of the upstairs. They could run into Blue, who is patrolling up top. Patrolling and now getting ready to cross in front of Hello Speed's line. A little safety flash goes in, and as they try and get another, Hello Speed is ready and waiting. Catches the kill after they are blinded. And SirenSnails lose one to a bit of over-aggression. Obviously something they could afford as they were up 3-2, and they're on this very defensive favored OBJ where they just have to really tuck in and wait for the offense to push them. And as I say that, Kami getting a bit of an aggressive here, trying to find some kills on a Mason, but can't connect. Meanwhile,
You see that ramp all the way down there?
545 and
See that ramp
Alex
sign, the,
taking
sign?
control of
Is there a
Horseshoe.
person in it?
They soon will have control of this top floor and then can eventually advance in. Kami doing a lot of moving here. Does get identified in their efforts to try and push towards Hello. Flash comes out, and as it comes out, Kami peeks the dangers of flashes not connecting. That's enough for Kami, and they drop back to their original defensive
-1 in
position,
tunnels.
waiting for Hello to potentially be their next contender. Either
At least one
way,
more in tunnels, possibly red room.
the rest of this offense
My bad.
is now moving up into that upper floor, and eventually will be challenging the stairs. 3:30 left on the clock. The time is ticking.
Correction, I'm on the train tracks, not the platform. I'm sorry.
You want me to throw a spoon?
On south, I might come down south stairs.
The only thing here with this defensive setup is that Kami is so far away from the objective.
Okay, I'm gonna flank south.
And because they're so far away, there's an opportunity to push in, have a kill or two, and get a cap, really, for Vindicators. Still no push yet. Go up and take a look at the squad here.
Yeah, no, my flash decided to
He's in here, he's in here.
go darn way.
Maybe a team flash. But if it did pause them, it ended up saving them from that C4 detonation on the stairs. Downpour, I like Downpour's position. They're utilizing these bars and that this beam as an extra bit of cover. It really does limit the amount of bullets that could potentially connect. It also limits the amount of bullets that you can shoot out, as you see a few of their bullets that they were trying to shoot at Alex end up hitting the pole. Could have been the difference between them getting the kill and not, but
Like smoke or some shit.
You want me
a good pickup there. And
fucking LMG?
Up,
what happened up there?
Babe, stairs, babe.
Kami suddenly catches a kill from the horseshoe. Alex does get Downpour in the basement, and the basement defense looking very weak now. Hanson and Allegory, the only ones on objective. The full team here on the south stairs. Kami is getting aggressive here. Is trying to be able to apply the pressure here. They're waiting patiently for the right time. The rest of the team has already advanced past Kami's position and into the objective space. Hello has tablet out, but that is not enough. Allegory, with a heavy dose of suppressive fire, finds the kill. And map 3 goes the way of SirenSnails. Of course, I think that cap is end up going to be getting reversed, and so who knows what the final scoreline is going to be at the end of the day. But they will still take the map win, and SirenSnails ultimately do take the final point here on map number 3. At least for us here on the stream. It certainly was an exciting battle, and so I do appreciate everyone that did stop by and hang out for the action here this afternoon. I certainly had a good time catching the new team, the Vindicators, dueling it up against SirenSnails. SirenSnails coming in ready and prepared, and clearly with some good coordination, they've managed to secure themselves 3 map W's here this afternoon. So I'm looking forward to this team and seeing how they perform throughout the rest of regular season. But that's going to be it for us here on the desk. My name's Ben Nightfire with 2 E's. I appreciate everybody that stopped by and hung out. I see follows from Pizza Bro and Nayat Night. I appreciate everybody that has been hanging out here, and do be sure to tune in tomorrow afternoon, Saturday at 12 p.m. PST, over on twitch.tv/VRMasterLeague for the Venues Showcase. It's going to be a good matchup, a very high-tier matchup, a little bit different than what we saw here this afternoon, and I encourage you to not miss that. But that'll be it for me. My name is Ben, Nightfire with 2 E's. Until next time, stay classy.